Welcome. I'm Father Soney Sebastian, SVD, a Divine Word Missionary Priest. I'm so happy to share this reflection with you all today. As we accompany Jesus firmly on his way to Jerusalem, we come across this beautiful incident, which is only to be found in the Gospel of Luke. We are told that a scribe approached Jesus with the intention of putting him on the defensive and perhaps making him contradict the teachings of the law. The question sounded very simple, the kind that anyone would put to a religious teacher. What must I do to inherit eternal life? As so often happens, Jesus throws another question back at the interrogator, quoting two passages from the Pentateuch, from the book of Deuteronomy and Leviticus, which says, we are to love God with all our heart and soul and our neighbor as ourselves. Well done, says Jesus. Do that and life is yours. However, the man is not satisfied. Anxious to justify himself, he asks for the meaning of the word neighbor. For him, the word meant, of course, only other Jews like himself, but did not include every Jew, even those who did not follow the law. Was he supposed to love them also? The answer Jesus gave must have come as a surprise, not to say a shock, to the Pharisee. And it came in the form of a parable. It is a story we all know and familiar with as the story of the Good Samaritan. It is most likely that the man who was set upon by robbers and left half dead on his way from Jerusalem to Jericho was a Jew. The road from Jerusalem to Jericho was more or less a distance of about 20 miles. It ran through rocky and desert country, providing ample opportunity for hidden robbers to attack the travelers. In the story, three people saw him there. Two of them were religious people expected to be lovers of God and neighbor. Yet both carefully passed by on the other side. The injured man would have been covered in blood, and no one intending to go to pray in the temple would dare to contaminate oneself and become ritually unclean by becoming in contact with blood. In other words, they ignored the man for religious reasons. But then this Samaritan comes by. He was, in the eyes of the Jews, an alien and a heretic. This despised outsider, presumed to have nothing of the spirit of God's mercy and compassion, gives the Jew lying on the ground the attention that the two other religious-minded men refused to give. In fact, the Samaritan went so extraordinarily, longest length to take care of the injured man. He even took care of the expenses. 2 silver coins may not seem very much, but it represented 2 days' wages and would have been enough to take care of someone for up to 2 months in a wayside inn. The question of Jesus is interesting. Which of the three was a neighbor to the man who was waylaid? The answer of the scribe is equally interesting. The one who showed compassion towards him. The answer then to the question, who is my neighbor, according to Jesus, a neighbor is someone who shows compassion to another in need, irrespective of who the helper or the person in need may be. So Jesus tells the scribe not what or who is his neighbor, but to go and be a neighbor. To be a neighbor. Lord, help me to be a neighbor to everyone who is in need.